Okay, today I'm going to do some papers relating to the financial accounting and adjustments. So we have already completed these lessons. I took this past paper. Past paper is related to the Western Province 2020 paper. You know that uh, relating to the financial accounting and adjustments, there is some compulsory question in the second part, last sections. It's normally, if you are looking that, normally 20 marks section is there. In the MCQ paper also, there are some last uh, 5 or 6 questions asking from the financial accounting and adjustments. We will take first MCQ section. Section is this one. Look, look at this paper. Section number 33 to 40. There are 7 questions relating to financial accounting and adjustments. Definite questions will come from the your past paper. That's mean this lessons is covering up some 20 marks uh, compulsory and definite marks you can obtain from financial accounting and adjustments. Okay, we will take one by one. Then they have given the trial balance for you. Trial balance of the Asanka's business as at 31st December 2019. Then first section they are asking the cost of sale for the business. It is a some or every past papers this type of section is repeated. Therefore, if you can do some few fast paper corrections, then you will use to the pattern. Therefore, normally in the MCQ questions, normally they are asking what is the cost of sale, what is the cost of calculation of the cost of sales. Then they are asking the calculation of the gross profit and other few things they are asking. Therefore, it's a very easy questions. You can obtain the bonus mark in your examinations. Right. We will take one by one. The first one is the cost of sale for the business. You know that how to calculate the cost of sale. How do you calculate the cost of sale? First one, we need to take the opening stock. We need to take the opening stock. Opening stock is what is the opening stock? They have given this one. This one is the opening stock. The opening stock is 12,000. Then we need to add the purchase. Purchase is 450. 450,000. Then any other things? Then if there is a carriage inwards or loading unloading charge, then this should be added to the purchase. But there is no any type of payments in the trial balance. Then you can take the total 0, 0, 0, 12, 6, 462. Then you need to minus the closing stock. Closing stock they have given in the additional informations. Then 12,000. 12,000 minus. Then you can come to the answer. Cost of sale 2 minus 2 0, 6 minus 1 5 and 4. Answer is 450. Look at your answer. Cost of sale of the business 31st March 2020. Here there is a answer number 1. That should be the answer. Very easy. Right. When we go to the next one, this calculation should be there in your working sheet. Okay. Otherwise, you can't get the direct answer for that. You need to get some calculations. Right there. Then next one is they are asking the gross profit of the business for the year ended 31st March, 31st December 2019. Then you have already calculated the cost of sales. How do you calculate the gross profit? Gross profit equal sales minus cost of sales. No, what is the sales? Sale is this one. $590 sales is there. So sale is a 590. Then cost of sales 450 minus 450. Then you can calculate the gross profit 0.954 140,000. Here there is an answer for the 34. Answer should be 140,000. Very easy, right? Then we go to the next one. Next question is, what is the total distribution expense that should be shown in the profit or loss statement prepared for the business for the year ended 31st December 2019? They are asking the total of the distribution expenses. Before we are calculating the distribution expense, we need to look at about the additional information, whether there is some adjustments to be done for the distribution expense. When you are reading the additional information, closing stock they have given 2000 should be written off as a bar. That is related to the, this one is related to what? This is related to the distribution expenses. Okay, then you check the your trial balance. What are the expense that are related to the expense? Normally we can take discount given. Discount given 1000 rupees. That's okay. Discount is income. We can't take that. Advertising expense, that is the distributions. 25,000. Bank loan, debtor, creditors, no. Then here you can adjust 2000 should be 2000 should be written off as a bad debt. If there is already they have deduct the bad debts in the trial balance, we should add that 2000 to that. But there is no any bad debts they have already recognized. Therefore, only 2000 we can recognize as a bad debts. Then only these things we can take as a distribution expense. Then you can total up these 28,000 is the answer. Look at the 35. Then there is the answer number 3, 28,000. That should be the answer. Very clear. Right. Now we go to the next one. In the 36, the question is asking select the answer which include only the current assets of the business. Current assets, you know that, but how to define the assets into the current? What are the main basis to define the current assets and non-current assets? It's a durations, no? Normal asset that can be used as a more than 1 year, we can recognize those as the non-current assets. Less than 1 year, it can be treated as a current asset. And therefore, we will take one by one. Look at the first answer. Data. Data is okay. Current assets. Okay. Then cash balance. Okay. Yeah, cash data is okay. Cash balance is okay. But building is an uncurrent asset. You can't take that answer. Right. Data is okay. Bank overdraft, we can't take that because it's a current liability. That's the answer also not possible to get. Right. Next one. Closing stock. Okay. Delivery vehicle is a non-current asset. Therefore, that answer also you can't take. That's mean last answer should be the correct answer because data is there, cash balance is there, closing balance is there. Therefore, we can take this answer as a correct answer for the question number 36. Right. Then 37. What is the net profit of the profit or loss statement prepared by the business for the year ended 31st December 2019? Right. We have already calculated. gross profit. What is the gross profit is this one. Gross profit is 140,000. Then here we need to calculate the other expenses. What are the other expenses? We can identify. We have already calculated distribution expense also. Then distribution expense 28,000. Then we need to identify the administration expenses, and what are the other thing is if there is any financial cost related cost, right? Then GP mean uh, gross profit is 140,000. We need to add any other uh, additional other income is there. We should be add. Look at whether there is any other income. Yes, discount received is other income. No, discount received is other income. Therefore, we need to add that other income to the GP. 500, 500, 4 and 455. Then we can minus distribution expense. Distribution expense we have already identified 28,000. Then we need to calculate the administration expense. Administrations. We can take the administration expenses before you are going to the trial balance, and there is a adjustments also. Building and equipment must be depreciated annually at 10% on cost. We can here I am calculating administration expenses. Building, uh, then there is a 300,000 building is there. Then they are asking you to calculate the building and equipment depreciation annually at 10%. Therefore, then 300,000 into 10%, depreciation should be rupees 30,000. 30,000. 300,000 into 10%, 30,000. Okay, adjustments are over. Now, when you are looking at the trial balance, you can identify the administration expenses. Then insurance. Insurance is a administration expense, 5,500. Okay. Advertising already taken. Bank loan, then there is a 15 percentage bank loan is here. Therefore, we can calculate the financial cost also. Then 15 here, 50% bank loan. 50,000 into 50,000 into 15%. Answer should be 7,500 financial cost. Here I can calculate the financial cost also. Financial cost is 7,500 minus. Still, I didn't calculate the administration cost. Then bank loan data. That's it. Only insurance is this, no? Insurance. Depreciations and insurance are the only administration's cost in this business. Therefore, we can calculate these as a administration 500, 35,500. Administration expense 35,500 here. Then if you are minus all these expenses, again we can calculate the net profit. Right. Total of the expenses should be I'll calculate it in here. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. 1 is remaining. I am calculating total of this one. Total expense should be a 71,000. Therefore, I am putting this amount to here, 145,500 minus 71,500 for net profit should be 74,500. Go to your questions and whether there is a what is the profit for the business? Some error should be there. What are the errors? Mm, mm, mm. My answer is 74,500, but that should not be answer in here. There is no any answer about that related to that. So 140,000 GB is okay. Then discount is 5,500. We have at 145,500. Distribution expense also 28,000. That's okay. Administration expenses we took insurance expenses 5,500 and annual depreciation 10 percentage 3,000 35,500. Bank loan interest 15,000 into 15 percentage 7,500. What is the error in there? 72,500 by my answer is a 74,500. 8 plus 5, 5, 0, 1. Very sorry. Then there is a, we need to depreciate equipment also in here. We depreciate only the building. Therefore, 15,000 here, 15,000 into 10 percentage, 5,000. The administration expense should be then 15,000 into 10 percentage mean another 5,000 should be add to the here administration expenses. Administration expenses 35,500, 35,500 plus here 35,500 plus 50,000 into 10 percentage 5,000 no? 500 40,500. This should be 40,500. Then here expense total should be 0, 0, 0, 5 plus 0, 0, 0, 1 is debating 8 plus 7, 8, 6. 76,000 should be. The net profit should be 500, 500. 69,500. This should be the answer. 69,500. That should be the answer. I forgot to take the depreciation of the equipment. That's it. I got the wrong answer. Anyway, we have came to the correct answer, right? Instead of that, we took some little bit of time expend. We have little bit of time expend for that. Right. Next one, 38. What is the bank loan interest that should be shown under the financial expense for the year ended 31st December? Then, if you are going to the uh, bank loan is a 50,000. 50,000. Then bank loan interest 15 percentage. 15 percentage. Then answer should be 7,500. 7,500. This should be the answer. Second one is the answer. What is the net value of the non-current asset 31st December 2019? Their net value of non-current asset. How do you calculate the net value of non-current assets? You need to calculate in this way. Building cost. First one, building. Building cost is 300,000. Cost 300,000. Then building provision is there. Building provision for building. Provision for depreciation is there 30,000. Then we need to calculate the 10 percentage of for the cost. Then that is the answer is 30,000. And this 30,000 all together addition depreciation 60,000 should be. Therefore, net value should be 240,000 for the building. 240,000 for the building. Equipment 50,000. 50,000 equipment There is no any opening provision like the building. Therefore, their cost is equipment cost. Equipment cost would be 50,000 and depreciation 5,000. There is no any opening provisions for the building depreciation. There is therefore no need to add anything. Then you need to minus this 5,000, 45,000. Then equipment 45,000, building cost 240,000. Altogether, non-current asset should be 285,000. 285,000. This should be the answer. 285,000 net value of the non-current asset. Then they ask it the total equity of the assets. How do you calculate the total equity? Hmm. Opening capital. Opening capital. And we need to add net profit. Net profit. Go to the trial balance. Capital is 200,000. No? Capital is 200,000. Capital is 200,000 plus net profit. We have already calculated the net profit in here. What is the net profit? 69,000. Look at this one. 69,500. You need to add the capital 69,500 rupees. 269,500 is your closing equity. This should be the answer. 269,500. Okay, that should be the answer. Then you have, if you are correctly answer for these question, these 10 question is there, then you can obtain the 7 marks for that. 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. Right, okay. Now we move into a second part. In the last section of the second part, related to the financial accounting and adjustments. Right, look at this question. Let's read this question first. The trial balance of the Chandani's business as at 31st December 2009 is given below. Then they have given the trial balance and they have given the additional information also. Clause in stock they have given machine should be depreciated on a straight line method 10% cost. Written down of the 10% of the bad debts from the debtor. Then they are required to calculate the profit and loss statement for the end of 31st December 2019. Statement of financial positions as at 31st December 2019. Okay. Shall we draw up the format for that? Right. Cost accumulated depreciation net value. Both profit and loss statement and statement of financial positions you need to draw up together quickly. Don't waste your time for that. What is the business? Chandani's business. Profit and loss statement. Year ending 31st December 2019. Here also Chandani's business. Statement of financial positions. The profit and loss statement, you need to put the year ending. Here as at 31st December 2019. Okay, right. In here, sales is there. Sales, opening stock. You need to add the purchase. Keep the three lines and you need to minus loss in stock. Then you can calculate the cost of sale. Then you can calculate the gross profit. Then if there is a additional other income, should be add. Check your trial balance whether there is any additional income, how many additional income, other income. Discount received is there. Discount received is there. In the credit side, you can find out the uh, other income. Only discount is, therefore you need to keep two lines for that. Other income for under the heading other income. Then distribution expense. You need to give the 7 or 6 lines and administration expense. Here also 7 or 6 lines and financial cost. Financial cost. In the statement of financial position, non-current assets. Then current assets. Then you can calculate the total assets. Then capital should be here and you need to add net profit. Net profit. Then non-current liability. Current liability. Then total. Here you can calculate total equity and liability. Here you can calculate. Right. Right. First we start from the additional information. Additional information. It mentions that they have given the closing stock asset. This one closing stock asset December 31st, 35,000 rupees. You need to put that closing stock 35,000 to here as a minus figure, and at the same time you need to put the closing stock to the current assets. Closing stock rupees 35,000. In the second column I am putting 35,000. Right, my first adjustment is over. Right, going to the next one. The machinery machines are depreciate straight line method 10 percentage on cost. The machines, then they have given the cost is 300,000. They have given the cost, machinery cost 300,000, and calculate to 10 percentage. 300,000 into 10 percentage, depreciation should be 30,000. Then 30,000 should be, you know that, then there is a provision for depreciation machinery. Provision for depreciation machinery. Opening balances is there. That's mean they have purchased this machinery in previous and they have already depreciated 30,000 balance. At the end of the year, you need to calculate the depreciations for the machinery on 10 percentage. Then therefore, that calculated 10 percentage should be added to the this one. No? Then you can calculate the total depreciation. 30,000 is a 60,000. Right. Now you go to a trial balance. Under the non-current assets, then there is a land and building also there. Land and building, you need to put that first, land and building. Cost should be 500,000. Accumulated depreciation 0. Because why? The land is not depreciated. Land is not depreciation. It is appreciated. That's mean value is not reducing in the land. Day by day, normally land value is increasing. No? Therefore, we can't depreciate the land and building. No? The next one, machinery. Machinery cost is 300,000. Then you have calculated the total depreciation cost as a 60,000. 60,000 rupees. 60,000. Look at this one. Machinery cost is 300,000. You have calculated the depreciation 30,000 plus 30,000, 60,000. Then here you get the net balance also 240,000 rupees. 240,000. I'm line up this one. Then this is 800,000. This is 60,000. Then I'm drawing two lines to here. And I am adding these two, 4 and 7,000. 740,000 is a your non-current assets. Okay. Right. Your next adjustment is the 10% debts. They ask you to return of the bad debts. This is a their debtor balance. Out of this debtor balance, 10 percentage should be recognized as a bad debts. Therefore, out of this 15,000, 10 percentage of balance will not recover. That means debtors are not paying anymore. Therefore, we need to recognize these 50,000. 10 percentage 1,500 should be minus from that balance. That's mean original debtor balance should be 13,500. You take that balance to the current assets. Debtors 13,500 is your debtor balance. Then here bad debtors, you have recognized bad debts balance. How much? 1,500. 1,500. Okay, that is the adjustments. I will repeat this. How did you calculate this? Then 50,000 is the debtor balance. Then they ask you to written off the 10 percentage as the bad debts from this balance. Therefore, if you are calculated that balance, it's a 1,500. Then 1,500 should be minus from the 15,000 and be 13,500. Net debtor balance should be 13,500. This 1,500 should be recognized as the expense. It is a loss, no? Therefore, that should be go to the distribution expenses. Okay, that is the all adjustments we done, right? Now you take it one by one in the trial balance, then you go to the you and put in the relevant places. Okay, right. Land and building already we have taken, machinery already taken, provision for bad debt. Okay, opening stock is there. Opening stock is 50,000. Right, put in the opening stock this column 50,000. Sales 40, sales 400,000. Sales 400,000. Sales 400,000. Purchase 120,000. Purchase 120,000. Right, okay. Then discount received 3,000. Under the other income, discount received. If there is only one thing under the other income, you can put it the final column 3,000. There is another one more thing is there, then you can put to the second column and total you need to get to the final column. Right. Discount given 2,000. Discount given. Under the distribution, discount given 2,000. Carriage inward should be added to the purchase 6,000. Carriage inwards 6,000. Right. Bank loan is there. Bank loan you have taken to the non-current liability 120,000. Bank loan to the final column 120,000. Then there is a hidden adjustment is there. In the questions, in the additional informations, they have not mentioned any interest. But in the trial balance, when you are looking at the bank loan balance, then there is a percentage, 10 percentage. What is the 10 percentage mean? Then they have bank is charging 10 percentage to the bank loan. Therefore, it's a financial cost. Therefore, 10 percentage means 12,000. Your financial cost, otherwise interest is a 12,000. Then you check whether they have already paid some amounts for the bank loan interest. No, nothing they have paid. Here is there. Bank loan interest they have already paid. How much they have paid? 6,000 paid. They have paid 6,000, but they have to total financial cost should be 12,000. Therefore, accrued loan interest should be 6,000. That means they have to pay another 6,000 because they have already paid 6,000. Another 6,000 should be go to the accrued loan interest. Then you go to the current liability. Then you can find out the accrued loan interest. How much? It should be a 6,000. Then you go to the financial cost. That should be loan interest. Loan interest. They have already paid 6,000 plus accrued amount 6,000. Altogether this should be 12,000 rupees. 12,000 rupees. 12,000. This amount should be as a financial cost. Right. Okay. Bank loan. Okay. Salaries and wages should be go to the administration expense 8,000. Salaries 8,000. Debtors we have already taken with the adjustments. Creditors 12,000 should be go to the current liability 12,000. Advertising expense 4,000. Distribution expense 4,000. Loading expenses. Loading expenses also should be added to the purchase. It should be 2,000. Loading expense also should be added to the purchase 2,000. Bank loan interest already adjusted. Electricity expense 5,000. Electricity expense 5,000 should be go to the administration. Electricity expense 5,000. Rate and insurance also under the administration 3,000. Rates and insurance 3,000. 3,000. Capital 465,000. Capital should be under the financial statement 465,000. 465,000. Last one cash balance 9,000. Cash balance 9,000 should be go to the current assets. Cash balance 9,000. Cash balance should be 9,000. Right. Now we need to calculate the gross profit. First we calculate the cost of sale 0,00871. 178,000 minus cost of sale should be 0,008. Zero 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 8 plus 3. Your cost of sale should be 141,000. Then you need to minus from the sale. You can calculate the gross profit 0,007. 9 minus 4 5. 3 minus 1, 2. 257,000 is your gross profit. Gross profit. Look at this gross profit. This is your gross profit. Right. You need to add discount to this other income. 0, 0, 0, 0, 6, 260,000. 260,000. Total distribution expense should be 7,500. Total administration expense should be 0, 0, 0, 16,000. Financial cost 12,000. Altogether, all the expense should be 0, not 5. 500, 7, 6, 13, 5, 1 is remaining. 35,500 is your total cost. Then your net profit. Six 260 minus 35,500. $224,500. This should be go to the net profit into here. You are taking this balance to the here. 224,500. Right. Now you calculate the current assets. 500. 57,500 is the total current assets. Your total assets should be 500, 7, 9, 7. 700, sorry. 500, 7, 9, 797,500, right? You add capital and net profit 500, 9, 8, 6. Then you taken the current liability 18,000. Then you can calculate the total equity and liability 500, 9 plus 8 plus 9, 7. Some big mistake is there. What is that? That means there is a difference. Let's check our calculations. That means 70,000 difference is there. Let's check that. That cannot be happening that because if you are correctly done, that should be equal, no? 70,000 difference will have arise. We'll check one by one. 35,000, 31,000, okay. Then you have edges. The machinery depreciation line 300, 300, 500, 300, 500, 500 is okay. Depreciation calculation is oh my god. I forgot to put the depreciation balance depreciation to the P&L. Then here we have calculated 10% of the machinery depreciation straight line 10 percentage is there. No? Then here sorry 10 percentage is 30,000 rupees. 30,000. 30,000. Then it should be go to the under the administration expense. Depreciation should be 30,000. We forgot that. Any other things we need to change this balance also and profit also will be changed now. Let's check any other differences is there because the difference should be 70,000 no? Right. 30,000 that's okay. 30,000 plus 30,000 60,000 the balance sheet. That's okay. This one is also okay. Then written off as a bad debts 10,000, 15,000 minus 5,000, 1,500, 13,500, 13,500. Bad debt 1,500. Okay. Land and building okay. Machinery provisions okay. Stock 50,000. Stock 50,000. Sales 400,000. Purchase 120,000. Sales 400,000. Purchase 120,000. Discount received 3,000. Discount given 2,000. Discount received 3,000. Discount given 2,000. Carriage unit 6,000. Bank loan 120,000. Their depreciation portion is 120,000 and accrued expense 6,000. Salary and wages 8,000. Debtors okay. Creditors 20,000. 12,000 sorry. 12,000. Advertising 4,000. Loading 2,000. Advertising 4,000, loading 2,000. Electricity 5,000, rate 3,000. Electricity 5,000, rate 3,000. Capital 465,000. Capital 465,000. Cash 9,000. Right, other things are okay. Right. Let's check the calculation again. 618,507. 178,000 minus 35,000. This should be 000. Total expense should be 500. $5,500 should be the total expenses. Net profit should be 194,500. Therefore, this balance also will be changed. 500. Right now, our this should be equal this one, no? 797,790. We have done some big mistake. What is the big mistake is we didn't take the depreciation balance, depreciation to here. In your examinations, then if you are not balancing this financial statement, don't try to don't try to find out the difference because you have expensed a lot of time for that, and then again you are going to find out what is the difference. If there is a difference in the financial statement, it will take another time for that. If you have some spare times for that, that's okay. But if there is a difference, you given up that time, that's it. That's okay. Up to the point you have earned, that is okay. You will you can obtain the that's mark. Okay. So that is the sections, and that is the thing that is a very important lessons because financial statement and adjustments in your examination normally near into the cover 20 mark section. One is near into the 12 marks in the uh, second part, and in the MCQ section it will come 5 or 6 section they are asking. Therefore, almost 20 marks we can cover up these lessons. Okay, right. I will stop for the day. Then we have discussed the next paper in the next day. Okay. Thank you.